Welcome back. I'm certainly cracking out a few videos at the moment, so we're on to Diawl Bachs now. Some of my favourite little patterns. I love these. People that know me and fish with me know I rarely have one of these off my line. There's many variations of the Diawl Bachs out there as there are buzzers. Really, everybody has their own little touches with them and their own little collar combinations, etc., etc. They're a great generic insect pattern. They can be buzzers, they can imitate pin fry, they can imitate damselfly larvae. They're just the right shape and the right size and the right profile to be a bit of everything. And they certainly get the fish's interest. So this little one I'm going to tie up today is the Red Rib Diawl, one of my little favourites. Yeah, we'll just crack on through this. So hook is B175 size 10. Tying thread is UTC 70 in red. Okay, so let's just get this thread onto the hook. Right, so just to get ourselves started. Now the Diawl Bach has a tail and it also has a beard or a throat on it. And the various people like using various materials to tie it with. Some people like using pheasant tail. I personally like to use either cock or hen hackle, depending on how much movement I want the fly to have in it, if I'm honest. This one here today is going to be, I'm going to use I've got just a red game cock hackle there. It's only a cheap Chinese one, it's nothing expensive. And I'm just going to select a hackle from that, and that's going to do me for my tail and for the beard. So get rid of that dark rubbish at the bottom there. Well, it's best to use your cheap hackles for this sort of thing. And then I'm just opening that up and I'm going to select a little area, a little pinch off. So about that sort of amount should do me for a tail. I'm just going to pinch that off like so. So just pair that together like that. Now, I don't want a massive great big long tail on this. This isn't a massive great big long fly. So just offer it up to the hook and that'll do me. Somewhere maybe half a centimetre or so off the back of the hook there is just right. So I'll lay that down and just tie that in. That looks about right. The rib for this fly, which is the next stage, is red holo tinsel. So again, as with all my flies, I like to bring it in nice right up here and just tie that down like so. The body for these Diawl Bachs, you can use pheasant tails, you can use just thread. Classically the body is peacock herl, and that's what I'm going to use for this pattern here. I like the peacock herl on Diawl Bachs. It just adds a little bit of shine, a little bit of attractant to the pattern. Okay, we're not going to go massively thick on this, so a single peacock herl, just trap it in at the back there and bring your thread forward to the front of the hook again. And then we're just going to wrap this up the hook. Take your time with this because this stuff can be quite fragile. Nice touching turns all the way up the hook. All the way up to the top. Like so. Lovely material, this peacock hook. It just catches the light, especially when it gets wet. It just has that little bit of life to the pattern. Just trim your waist off, and then with the red rib, come back up in the opposite direction. There we go. And trim off the waist. It's already looking very, very fishy. It's a lovely little pattern. This Red Rib Diawl Bachs, killers. All red rib flies, again on bright sunny days, I don't think you can beat them. but this little fly seems to work all the way through the year, anywhere and everywhere. So the next thing we need to put in is that little beard. I like to turn my hook upside down for this, so just rotate the vice so it's upside down. Just makes it a bit easier for me to work with. And again, just taking a nice pinch of that cock hackle. Nice way to use your cheek capes up, this is. Nice pinch. Level it all together. Offer it up. And I think you want that to just stop just before the bend of the hook. You don't want it to go too far down. Again, it's not. They're best when they're sparsely tied, these flies. Just like so. Just gives you that little bit of a beard there. Just catch that in. Trim that bit of waste off. Like so. Lovely. Turn that back around. Now, I'll be quite happy just finishing that off as is with a red head and calling it a day. And they fish brilliantly like that. But this particular one, just because we can, I'm going to put some goose bark cheeks on it. Okay, so I selected a goose bark there. This one's a Sunburst. And I'm going to take a couple of the biots out. I'm going to clip a couple of the biots out of the off the stem. And offer these up to the hook, one either side of the head, like so. Just put that in there, and the second one in on your side, just in there, and just catch them in. Perfect, lovely. Okay, and then we're going to finish the head off. And whip finish. Smashing. There we go. And just pull that down, lock that down. Trim that away. And then we want to trim these biots down. Personally, I don't like these particularly long. I like these to be a similar sort of size to what you would use on your buzzers. I know a lot of people like the very long cheeks on them. Not for me. It's just not for me. I don't think they should look like that. So I'm going to bring that up the side, just at an angle. I'm going to trim that there, and I'm going to do the same for this side here. Just come in with your scissors at a little angle. Try not to take any of that hackle with you, and just trim that off there. And then you're looking with a very fishy looking fly there. Finish it off with a little bit of varnish. Oh, excuse me for knocking the camera. A bit of varnish on the head there. Lovely. And that is your Red Rib Diawl Bach. Pattern I've done well with just about everywhere. It works well everywhere. Let's just take a bit of that light off of there so you can see it a bit better. That's lovely. That's a bit better now that that camera's picking it up a bit nicer. You can see the colours there, those nice sized cheeks. That will fish. Perfect dropper flies. A couple of those on the dropper and a little boogie on the point. 3 of those just as they are, just pop them out on a floater and let them drift through. I think I've got my second cap actually fishing with these on Rutland on an absolute flat calm. Match day was absolute flat calm, and I ended up putting 3 of these on a nice long leader on a midge tip, cast them out, and I just let them flutter down. Didn't touch the line, just let them flutter down. You were hanging on to the line, you were just barely inching that line back, and sometimes you were 4 or 5 minutes into your retrieve, and then the line would just roar out of your hand, just ripped out of your hand. And yeah, that's how I took my second cap on the back of these flies. They're very productive little flies. Not too difficult to tie. Keep them nice and slim, nice and well proportioned. I like these to be nice and slim. Yeah. Yeah, dial Bach. I should do another variation as well to show you another one that I like using, but for me this is one of the kiddies, this one. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please click subscribe, click like, and I'll be popping out a few more of these videos soon, I'm sure. Thanks very much. You decide if you're ever gonna